Comedy Store for a brand new episode of Kill Tony Volume 2. Give it up for Tony!
Yo! Fuck yeah, everybody. Here we are. Happy Monday to all of you. How exciting. I'm glad that so many people were able to make it out. Welcome to Kill Tony, everybody! Here with the one and the only Brian Redband. Brian.
Hi.
How you doing, buddy?
Horrible week this week.
Oh.
I got roofied. A male roofied me. It sucked.
That's insane.
I know.
All right. In other news, fucking crazy shit always. I'm doing, you know what, I'm going to save that. Let's do something that we've been doing every week. First of all, our one and only sponsor is sitting right over there, ladies and gentlemen. It's Elise Lane.
Yes.
She's a gourmet chef. She cooks food every week for me and the guests, and we give her a shout-out on the podcast, and she gets to meet comedians. Comedians like, for example, Russell Peters, one of the richest comedians in the world, who now hired Elise Lane as his private chef, everybody. That's right. She gets to laugh in a Malibu compound while cooking food. Tonight she made us another great meal. Tonight it's herb and garlic crusted pork tenderloin with caramelized stone fruit caponetta over grilled sourdough. She's on Twitter at Elise Lane and Instagram and Facebook. She's the girl with the pan. Elise Lane, everybody, our one and only sponsor.
So great.
Making you hungry when you expected to just enjoy a good comedy podcast. We like fucking with you. Every single week lately, we've had a musical guest who comes on and does a brand new song each week just to get us warmed up and started a bit. Now, the last few weeks, he's actually been playing while the audience gets sat in this room. And he's been shaky about his confidence. He talks about it outgoingly before the song, awkwardly. It's a beautiful thing. He talks about how he thinks it won't work, how maybe it doesn't help. But here we are again. Even though you saw him while you got seated, the podcast listeners, it's Pat Reagan, everybody. Here he is, doing a brand new song. The Kill Tony Musical Challenge, a brand new song every week.
Well, you know, Tony, the audience just can't get enough. So we gotta give them what the... I'm just gonna play a short little song, guys. This is a blues song. If there's any blues fans out there. This song is called The Hard-Boiled Egg Blues, and it goes like this. The Hard-Boiled Egg Blues. Josh! I'm just going to play it. Will they be able to hear it on the podcast?
Let me help you out here.
Josh Martin dropping the ball. There's a runaround producer,
Yeah,
Josh Martin, coming 45 seconds too late, everybody. That's what that looks like. I think he's got it. Jesus.
Whoa!
Wow.
This Josh, what are you trying to do over here,
Hi,
man?
Josh, you just come in, turn everything up, and then run away?
Just run away? Didn't even tell me what happened.
Christ, this guy's out of control.
Fuck is...
It's like he's against the show.
Yeah.
I mean, he talks about it all week. He lives for it. Then it's go time, and he's nowhere to be found. Comes in, turns everything up.
The comic stylings of Josh Martin, everyone.
Yeah, there he goes. There he goes, walking the wrong direction. Ladies and gentlemen, our musical guest tonight. We've done something fun the last few weeks, so we're going to edit all that out. No, I'm kidding. We actually don't edit it. Pat Reagan, everybody. Here he is.
The Hard-Boiled Egg Blues, ladies and gentlemen. Ah, fuck! Hard boiled eggs. I spread my legs and pop one in. I'm shoving hard-boiled eggs up my ass on a Tuesday morning. Well, these hard-boiled eggs drive me crazy. I feel like such a dirty little whore. One egg feels good, but two's amazing. I want more. More, 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 more.
Pat Reagan, everybody. Fuck yes! Another brand new song. I've never heard the Hard-Boiled Egg Blues before, but now all of a sudden we have. Pat Reagan's on Twitter at Patty Reagan, so follow him. He's so talented and smart that he writes a brand new song every week for this show. One more time for Pat Reagan, everybody. Every single week we have a new head of security who keeps us safe. This week will be no different. This guy is hilarious. Normally it used to be a guy in an Iron Patriot suit. It's evolved so much that this guy's just wearing a set of gloves tonight. Funny guy, one of my good pals. Put your hands together for George Perez, everybody. Fuck yeah. The Mexican. You're Mexican, you're a roaster. George Perez is an insult guru. We once roasted each other for like half an hour straight one time. George, you've been on the show a couple times. You're hilarious.
Thank you.
How's it going?
It's going good. It's going good.
How would you make fun of Josh Martin if you had to make fun of him? Josh, get over here.
He looks like he has an ingrown hair on hair.
He has an ingrown head, I'm pretty sure he's trying to say. That chicken, I just can't. There's a weird smell going on, Brian. Like you have to eat before the show from now on. You can't just eat and breathe in my face. Like this is out of control. This whole thing's backfiring. I'm like, we'll have a food sponsor. It's gonna be great. I didn't actually expect you to start like eating dinner right in front of me on a podcast.
I think it helps.
And the way that you eat, it's just unbelievably disgusting. Like
have you not realized I do it on? This is the first time
No, it's not like a funny. Oh, I do it on purpose. It's a joke. Like I don't know what it is. It's terrible. It's food.
I know,
Brian.
But since you're vegan, I thought it would be funny if I just
It has nothing to do with the fact that I eat healthy and I'm in good shape. It has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with the smell of pork being blasted on my face. You're facing this way. Trying to talk to George over here. Guys, back to the show. I guess it's that caramelized stone fruit campanetta that I'm smelling. Oh, shit. George, are you excited about tonight's show?
I'm excited, bro. I never had gloves that lit up.
Fuck yeah.
I feel like I can pull people over. Like, pull over. Feels weird.
I love it. This train is rolling along at 1,000 miles an hour, everybody. So let's just get the show started. Tonight's guests, two of the funniest people that I know. Doug's been on the show a bunch of times. It's Andy's first time. We're so excited to have him. Get good and loud for our guests. It's Doug Benson and Andy Haynes, everybody. Here we are. Fuck yes.
All right. I don't drink Coke. Let's do this.
That's my Coke.
Okay.
Switching it up. Doug, you want to drink? Doug, you want to drink?
I would like a...
Kettle One and soda, please.
Is that the drink?
Brian read my mind.
Fuck yeah. Somebody roofied Brian this week, he said. Can you believe that, Doug?
Yeah.
He was roofied by a guy.
Why? A dude wanted to put his penis in you?
I don't know who roofied me, but I was only on my third drink. Then out of nowhere, everything just started spinning, and I ran to my car and just sat, passed out for an hour, woke up like I felt drugged, like a muscle relaxer.
Oh, somebody's dick didn't wake you up?
No, no. I mean,
you weren't like, what's that in my ass? Oh shit!
No,
I'm in my car.
No, I tasted it. There's nothing in there.
Bill, stop it.
Right.
Cosby joke.
Yeah.
So, well, I'm sorry, Brian. I didn't even know that was a two-way street. I'm going to watch what I drink now because I always thought I could just have drinks and no one would try to drug me.
Yeah.
Now, George is one of my toughest friends. George, you've been to prison, right?
Yes.
What do you know about roofie? You ever been roofied? You ever roofie anybody? What's the deal?
I roofied somebody once. But, like, I had a bad conscience, so I gave her a Plan B pill, too.
Wow, followed it up. Fuck
Somebody came with some material tonight.
Yeah. I love that.
Take
That
notes.
was natural.
There's no way that's a true story.
I already have 3 babies' moms.
Fuck
What?
I already have 3 babies' moms, so I didn't want 4.
You have 3 babies with 3 moms?
Yes.
Wow, you really are a patriot. Holy shit. He is really adding to this country.
Fuck yeah.
Are those like those as seen on TV glue light things on your hands?
Yeah.
Thanks for the cocktail.
That's the patriot part. We have them in a very when I have extremely funny patriots, I don't make them put on the costume.
Oh,
Or-
wow. So
Yeah.
any patriot that comes in and you make him put on the costume, oh, he doesn't think I'm funny.
Well,
I got to wear this whole fucking dog and pony show on my face.
Yeah.
The funny guys get to come on and just have the wrist things that are really cool and just go pew, 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 pew.
no. Yeah.
Like, this is amazing. Yeah, I'm fucking scared of you.
It's perfect.
You should have
shoot
another one
those
on your
things at me?
chest. Yeah?
I wasn't in the budget.
Okay.
Right.
I feel like I'm in an episode of Locked Up, and and my cellmate has weapons. That's what I feel like right now.
Well, he no.
The audience isn't feeling it, so let's move on.
Yeah.
Everyone's
love it.
scared of you. That's my point.
George, what's your every week the Patriot asks the guest a question. What do you got for tonight's guest?
Mr. Benson.
Oh shit!
That's you.
Nobody says Mr. Benson unless they're going to rape you.
Yeah.
He's gonna attack me in the parking lot.
Enjoy your drink, Doug.
What's up?
I know you smoke a lot of weed.
I
I don't know if you do coke or anything else.
No, sir.
But, do you ever watch animal porn?
Isn't that just wild?
I thought he would ask me something challenging, but it's true and also just the right thing to say. No. I'm sorry, I meant yeah, see, I'm going to judge the other comedy that comes up on stage because I am a pro that said nay. And got some groans from the audience. That's no matter how long. This is my lesson for everyone here tonight. No matter how long you've been doing it, you're not above getting a fucking groan
Right.
from a bullshit crowd that got into a free show.
No doubt about it. George, what's your question for Andy Haynes?
You've done a lot of late night?
Wait a second. I get animal porn, and he gets a question about his career? Unfair. Because also you said you smoke a lot of pot and then went to animal porn. What's the connection there? Do you think pot smokers are into disgusting things?
Yeah.
We were wrong. Yeah, you got booed by a lady.
That's okay.
How does that feel? Not so iron. Feels soft and sad.
God, there's a lot of sexual tension between Doug and George.
Because he kind of reminds me of, I don't want to get into it, but
Whoa.
Whoa.
Somebody wants to steal your wallet or something?
I
What
came in
happened?
here with a beef with the whole Patriot premise.
That's right.
Because I think the original Patriot deserves to have what he did just die,
Right.
and you guys think of something new
Right.
instead of making him want to kill himself because he quit a successful podcast like this 2 seconds before it became successful, and now has to watch it all the time while other guys pretend to be him, and one of the people that pretends to be him doesn't even have to wear the outfit.
Right.
Just gets to do his job.
Right.
That fucking guy came here on a bus every week.
Yeah.
Where he had to just stand on the bus because he couldn't sit down in the outfit.
Yeah.
This guy gets to wander in, throw on a couple of gloves, and
Yeah.
pretend it's winter while it's 80 degrees out fucking side because we're in Southern California. How weird is this weather?
But Doug,
It is.
Doug,
It-
the
it-
Patriot can now watch it live streaming.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's
It's like he's
That's
here
what I'm
with
saying.
us.
It's even worse. You're just rubbing it in like fuck you guy who used to do this job that we just didn't get along with. It wasn't like he did anything horrible.
No,
or
we got
you-
along
or
with
you
him.
did anything horrible. You just didn't vibe with him.
No, we did vibe with him, but
You came
know,
on my podcast and it was a train wreck because
because then we were done. That was it.
That was it.
that was the
That's
moment
what
you
finished.
were
You
finished.
Never-
killed the Patriot. Now you have a guilty conscience.
We
I do
never.
have a guilty conscience, but I won't put him on my show.
You realize we never talked to him again after your show. Like that was it.
I've only
Yeah.
talked to him in sad tweets I didn't respond
He basically quit Kill Tony live on Getting Dug with High.
to. It was not a smart move on his part to do that. I
Yeah.
agree.
He was trying to impress you, I
He
think.
should have hung in there. Well, he just didn't understand how the business works and thought that one appearance on my show that nobody enjoyed
right.
would
Right.
turn into a
Especially
new gig.
us. Yeah.
He thought he was in after that,
Oh,
and
that
that
was
went
scary.
very poorly.
Yeah, that's the worst thing. Like, if anybody ever says, like, if I'm on the road and they're like, hey, Tony, man, I saw you on Getting Dug with High, like, my heart just melts
Yeah.
immediately because that's by far the worst thing that I've ever done in my entire life. I mean, that episode of that show,
Yeah.
and I was so excited to do it, too. I'm like, I smoke pot all
I
the
dare
time.
say part of the problem, other than him, Iron Patriot being annoying, was another big problem was you got more quiet than I've ever seen
Right.
you in your life.
Right. Yeah.
Brian was not only up and into it and happy,
Yeah.
he was blowing hits into Iron Patriot
Right.
every single time he
Yeah.
took a hit. He would blow it at him.
And I
Like
think
it was his girlfriend and they were trying to save money.
I was so...
I swear he must have gotten so fucking high inside that suit, and that's
Yeah.
not the best place. High is not the best place to be when you're not a professional. Even a professional comic, I probably shouldn't do it.
Right.
But he definitely shouldn't have been.
I got too high from
High.
the very beginning. I treated it like a regular appearance on a show. So I got there all coffeed up, and then I got high as fuck immediately. And then the Patriots started getting out of control. So the reason why I'm not talking during it, most of it, isn't because of how high I actually
You were just
got.
distancing
It's
yourself
because
from the whole experience.
I was so furious that if I would have started talking about it, I knew that I was gonna.
But dude, during the first break, hey, you know what, Brian, Doug, do you agree that Patriot's not working out? We should walk him off the set now. That's all you needed to say.
Looking back on
That's
it, we
all
would
you
have
needed
done
to
that.
he was only supposed to be in the second half, but you asked to have him on the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because you guys, he was the co-host
This
of
is,
your
by
show
the way,
at the time.
we're missing out on
Oh,
a
yeah.
great podcast
Yes.
while talking while rationalizing the worst podcast any of us have ever
You
done.
hadn't
All of
fired
it.
him yet when I said, hey, bring him along. Like, I thought, that was the show. Like, you guys were into him.
I think he's dead.
It was
and there's
a
just a suit walking
serious-
around with a
There's
dead guy
there's
in
a
it.
suit on a bus right now.
And it's just programmed to go from like the home to here. And it smells horrible.
I'm just saying, get the guy that wears the rabbit costume all the time, or get somebody else to stand there and just stop making it
Get crosswalk
I just
dance
wanted to
up
have
here.
burn on the guy that used to do it.
I wanted to have a different
Perfect.
stripper.
Great. Great idea. Why,
Wouldn't that be
Tony,
great?
listen to your friend Brian.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a great idea.
I mean, she could just.
Tits really
You're doing a great
translate
job
the
tonight, though,
podcast
but
well.
next week's going to be a porn star.
So get into porn over the next week, and you can still do this.
Here we
Porn
are,
stars
guys.
are great if they don't have too much dialogue, if they just pipe in every...
There's no way. It's
You mean
not
just like a
happening. Do
Patriot?
not encourage these ideas, Doug. I don't know why you're going along.
I'll tell you,
that
a porn
direction.
star standing over there
No, it's
in
not.
a...
Doug wants to own the entire live podcast realm.
They don't even
And
have to
he
wear a
wants the
sexy
show
outfit.
he wants the show to fail miserably. Put a porn star on the podcast.
Nobody
That'd be
wants
great.
to listen to a porn star. You're right.
No,
You're
but
right.
for small amounts of time, like just to give like a sentence here and there, that's perfect.
Have somebody writing their microphone so that they only get to speak when spoken to, and every once in a while go, "Hey, porn star, what do you think about this?" And she'd be like, "I'm wet," and then you move on.
That's right. It'd be perfect. And we could keep the speaker box
It's easy.
in her crotch
It's
instead of
easy.
outside of her crotch. It could be inside of her.
George is wet too, guys. It's easy to translate. You can get the best of both worlds.
It's damping.
Wet
All right,
back.
I've said too much. Let's look at some new comics.
Let's do it, guys. This is episode 92 of Kill Tony. Over 40 comedians signed up for the chance to do 60 seconds in front of us and then talk with us afterwards.
I've been
about
telling
anything
comedians
at
all over town that's the last thing you should do.
Todd is so anti.
Right.
Do not sign up for Kill Tony until your minute is fucking killing everywhere in town.
Right.
Then come here. Don't try shit at Kill Tony.
Work out the minute.
You work it out. Because it's a podcast and people are listening and now watching. Yeah. Look at that live feed. Is the live feed working this week?
Yeah, there's 180 people watching.
Wow.
Nice.
Look at that.
Suckers.
Come on, you 180 people. Tweet to some friends. Get some more people to watch. Or come watch me on YouTube.com.
Go watch Getting Dug with
Benson
High.
At 1:15 tomorrow is when we go live. Pacific time.
Fuck
All right.
yeah. Well, here we go. Comedians, they sign up for the chance to do 60 seconds. Guys, you know your time's up when you hear the sound of a kitty. That's what it sounds like. Isn't that adorable? That means wrap it up then, or else you're going to bring out the angry West Hollywood bear. Here we go. There it is. Yet another...
Oh, that's much more involved than it needs to be.
That's
Yeah.
so many animals.
A lot of mixed messages like, oh, crickets, so it's boring, but so stop.
There's
Yeah.
a horse too.
I think so, yeah.
It gets a little longer every week.
And there's a puppy that goes back to the GoDaddy puppy mill.
I don't get it. GoDaddy, what does that mean?
GoDaddy had a commercial where the punchline was that the puppy that ran off with the Clydesdales comes back home, and they're happy to see that puppy, and then they put it in a truck because they're selling the puppy. And then the animal activists got angry at this commercial and insisted that it not show in the Super Bowl. So guess what? It didn't show during the Super Bowl.
Wow.
Because the punchline was a fucking dark, funny twist that some people didn't like for their own personal reasons.
And now
that
more
are-
people saw it on the internet
Right.
than anyone would have ever saw on the Super Bowl, probably.
Wow.
No. But
Worldwide?
it would have been seen by more
Worldwide?
people at the Super Bowl. But yeah, but you're right. Like it is a bit of an apples and oranges situation. They still got some publicity out of it for sure. And that commercial showed on a lot of I saw it
Yeah.
when they told about how it got pulled from the Super Bowl. But that's just amazing that in this world where free speech supposedly reigns, a satiric commercial gets pulled from the Super Bowl.
I bet you it got pulled, and I bet they didn't have to pay the $15 billion for the commercial, and almost the same amount of people, if not more, saw it.
No, I bet the
Insurance.
NFL and what network was it on this year? NBC, The Blacklist. That's what played after it. I bet you they wouldn't fucking give in for a second. They just say, fuck you, your commercial. I think they showed did they show a replacement commercial?
Oh, never mind.
And what was it? Was it an old GoDaddy commercial? A guy sitting at a desk.
Yeah.
All right. I didn't say describe yourself during the Super Bowl.
This is the part of the show where the comedians actually come up and do 60 seconds, everybody. You ready to get this thing started or what? And then we talk to them. It's crazy. Your first comedian tonight doing 60 seconds. We know this guy. We
We're
love
supposed
this
to
guy.
try to stop them from talking, right? We're supposed to yell over the entire thing.
No, Doug. You've done the show 6 times.
I don't get it. I don't get it. This is my impression of you when you play the games on Doug Loves Movies.
I do that on Doug Loves Movies. You're right.
How does this work again?
The Leonard
Every
Maltin
time.
game is
What's
the hardest
going on?
game. The final game that you have is it's loopy.
It's so hard. It's like people that are high would never figure it out.
It sort of is, man. That's a crazy game.
All right, here we go.
Watch Doug Loves Movies, please, everybody. I love that show. Check out the one I did in Sacramento. That was a lot of fun.
That
Remember
was
night?
super fun.
That was-
Amy Adams.
And the Boys to Men references throughout the whole thing. This guy, great young comic from Chicago. We've met him a couple months ago. Artist, funny guy. It's Ian Ellis, everybody. Woo! First one out of the bucket.
Stop fucking shit up, man.
Sorry, I was just trying to move it over and it came apart.
There are people out there that are trying to find themselves. How the fuck do you lose you? Seriously, I tried drugs, tried alcohol. I can't get rid of me. If you don't know who you are, I'll tell you. I'll save you the trouble. You're the person that gets to decide how you react to all of your own thoughts and emotions. That's it. That's as special as you are. A monkey that chooses. My philosophy is this. You're a monkey. You're not a gay, you're not a Muslim, you're not a Jew. You're a monkey. And unlike any other monkey on the planet, you can choose the right thing. So choose love. My name's Ian Ellis. I love you. Good night.
There you go. 49 seconds from Ian Ellis.
Choose love.
Giving time back to the room.
Are you running for president? Or,
I think I just started my period.
I got a question for you, buddy.
Absolutely.
That's part of why, like, the mics are acting weird, so that's why I tried to move it. Like, just move a little bit over that way more. There you go.
It's not a question, that's a direction.
That's so great, the way you just said that. That's not a question, that's just a direction. Are you familiar with a comedian named Mitch Hedberg?
Shut your dirty mouth, you filthy whore.
That must be one of Mitch's Hedberg punchlines. Because that'd be weird if he just said that to me.
yeah.
So that's the first thing, is stop sounding like Mitch Hedberg in your delivery, which might be hard to do because you love him and you may already have a similar way of speaking that he had.
Also, you're really high.
Yeah.
Man is a detective.
Why would anyone need a receipt for a donut? That kind of thing. Like, don't mimic his delivery. But that being said, you're clearly professional and said some things that even though the audience wasn't laughing, I pointed at you guys a couple times when I thought you should be laughing because there was some clever turn of phrase there. What do you think, Andy Haynes?
I think there was a good premise there, but you didn't turn it for me at all. Like, it was just also for a while it sounded like you were gonna go on a racist rant. You're like, you're all monkeys. I was like, all right, I want to get off this stage while this is happening.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously you got some good stoner vibes coming out, and you're you want to, but there was no turn. We're monkeys that make choices, but what surprised me with how that revelation is made.
Yeah, as high as you are right now, I'm guessing you were a lot higher when you wrote that. I'm trying to picture how high you must have been then, to where you're just like, you're not a gay, you're not a Jew. I bet it all looked really clear then, huh?
Yeah, you did gay, which is sexuality
Right.
in two religions.
Yeah,
there should have been
exactly.
you're not a paraplegic or whatever.
I like how you're reacting to this part because it's been pretty insulting, and you seem to be having a good time. So you should definitely, hopefully you could sign up for Last Comic Standing, where they do this sort of thing to you, and if you can handle it, it seems to be a virtue.
Yeah.
What is that?
Doug
What
is
are
so
these
ridiculous.
weird attacks on Kill Tony?
It's some weird sexual
What's
thing.
going
man.
on?
No, I was just comparing it to how on Last Comic Standing they when they're doing their critiques. If you get offended, then you're out of luck because you have to hope that they'll change their minds because
Right.
you're agreeable and are willing to take their notes.
Yeah.
Their bullshit notes. Like nothing we say tonight is really any little thing we say isn't going to make them a stand-up comedian.
Right.
It's just all little building blocks. But
Of course.
he can pick or choose which criticisms to.
He can definitely roll with the punches.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You ever do a
He's
roast
agreeable.
before?
He's agreeable, which could work out in the comedy world because that's part of clubs will book you because you are not a pain in the ass to have around.
Well,
Right.
he can't feel anything, so that's probably.
Do you listen to your own sets? I mean, do you listen to the podcast now? Do you
How do
listen
you know
to?
he's high?
Do you listen?
I'm just saying, it might be his personality. Are you high on marijuana right now?
I'm high as shit. Yeah.
Okay, good.
All right.
Just wanted to double check. Now attack.
So when you listen to it, do you ever listen to it sober? And when you listen to it sober, are you like, what the fuck am I talking about? Or are you like, oh yeah, that's so crazy?
I should try that sometime. I should listen to it when I'm sober. But what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, do you critique yourself or listen to yourself at all? What?
That's what my podcast is I put out a new.
Wait, you have a podcast?
I put out a new 7 minutes. Of
What's your
stand-up every
podcast
week.
called?
It's podbean.com.
Yeah, just blur it out and slur it out as much as possible. No one knows what you just said.
IanEllis.podbean.com.
Oh my God! What a complicated fucking name for his thing.
Well, if it's that easy
Just
to
look
get
for
to.
Ian Ellis on iTunes.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey,
That's
check
what
out
he
my
said.
podcast. It's seeingfang@farmers.com /classify.
Ian, what's the big twist on your podcast? What do you do that's different?
I put it.
Yeah, you gotta have a big twist these days.
I'm not saying you would have to have a big twist. I'm leading it to yet another funny topic, Doug. Thank you.
I put out a new 7 minutes of stand-up every week, and I put a beat under it, so it's like releasing a comedy mixtape.
You put music behind the new 7 minutes of stand-up that you write every week?
Yeah,
It's a 7-minute podcast.
yeah.
Why don't you have music under your set at a performance like tonight, for instance?
If I could find some musicians.
Wait,
What is Perez?
what musicians
Perez,
doing
what
on
you
your
doing?
fucking podcast? Is it you?
I go out and I record my sets, and then I put music under it like a mixtape singer.
Yeah. So bring that music.
You want me to take a fucking boombox with me?
You could play it on your phone. Who the fuck needs a boombox? What are you talking about? You still using the boombox method, man?
I did not know that the
You posting podcasts through your fucking boombox?
auditioners on this show have so much to learn about how, like, I'm fucking old and I could pull this shit off. You're a young man.
He's got a microphone that
Yeah.
records to a wax cylinder, and then he puts a boombox next to that, and then he plays his iPhone with his set on it, right?
He edited it with 2 cassettes, like double cassette player. You just
But that sounds really interesting to have like beats under whatever the fuck you were saying tonight. So I say go for it. I say make that happen. You know what I mean? Follow your artistic urges.
Yeah, buddy.
Fuck yeah, Andy. Anything else for Ian? What do you think?
Are you ever not high?
So it's crazy. A few weeks ago, he was on the show. He got pulled out of the bucket again, and he was stoned as fuck. Like, couldn't even talk. He just kept doing that little like giant 3-year-old giggle that he does.
I come to this show to have fun, so on Mondays.
I love it. Well, we have fun with you too. Thanks, Ian Ellis.
you,
There he
man,
goes.
thank you.
He's
He
on.
doesn't like Mondays. He comes out, start his week off in a nice way.
I love it. Ian
He's not-
Ellis.
he's not trying to further his career or do anything, learn anything. He's just having fun, just having a nice time, getting high and.
Hey, dude, we're all just monkeys, man. I don't know.
I think monkeys can make decisions.
And I also think there's
Right? They can't. They
I
they
think
can't eat
monkeys
every
are like
banana. They got to be
banana or
choosy.
orange, you know? Yeah. Monkeys can do sign language. What do you say?
And also, there's some gay monkeys.
And that's a choice.
I pulled another name out of the bucket. Put your hands together for Darren Chase, everyone.
Sulia. I just turned 31 recently, which it's not that old, but it's old enough to where like music I liked as a kid, I don't really relate to it now that I'm getting older. I'm now older than the artist was when they wrote the song. You know Coolio's Gangsta's Paradise? There's a lyric in there where Coolio goes, I'm 23 now, but will I live to see 24? The way things are going, I don't know. Now we all know. He made it. Not only did he make it to be older than 24, he made it to be old enough to have his own reality show and cookbook. Yeah, it's called Cooking with Coolio. kind of discredits the whole Gangsta's Paradise movement he was doing 20 years ago. He could have kept it real. Could have called it Cooking Crack with Coolio. You guys, I'm a hamburger traditionalist. I don't know if you guys know what that means, but I think a hamburger should have only mustard, pickles, and ketchup. All right, thank you.
I was like, why is he going into another bit? This has got to be close to time, and it's gone well. Let's start something else.
I was going to test it. Why not?
I already thought of something for the cookbook bit. How's it go? This is what I do to other comedians. I come up to them after the set, and I go, "What? How'd that one bit go? Because I think I have something."
Coolio, he has a reality show. And
Yes. And a cookbook. Yo.
Called Cooking.
That's what you say. He's
Yo.
got
All right.
Coolio. He's got a reality show and a cookbook. Yo.
Okay.
And then
I'll take the advice.
it's not a huge laugh. It's not a huge laugh.
Got a pretty big
It's just a grace note. It's just a little piece. And then then what's the next part?
He could have called it Cooking Crack with Coolio.
Oh. Just add another O.
Yeah.
to it.
Oh. But yeah, that's what I thought of. It's just
I
like
love it.
I liked it, and I thought it was you could have more fun with it. Is what I
Right.
was trying to make happen.
Cool.
Some of that awesome topical Coolio humor
Fuck yeah.
that we all have been craving for. A lot of people have been writing like, I want more Coolio jokes. They write into this podcast and they say, I'm surprised none of these comedians, they write letters with their hands.
You're making things up now.
Cover the market.
But that's part of what, to me, that's part of the charm of a Coolio reference.
Yeah, of
is
course.
that it's not,
Right,
you're not hearing too much of them.
right.
You're not overridden with Coolio references.
Have you read the cookbook?
I haven't, no.
But he really does have a cookbook?
Yeah.
I think he has a cooking show.
Cooking with Coolio.
Really?
Yeah. He has a reality show and a cookbook. It's called Cooking with Coolio.
Wow.
I see him like cracking eggs in like ice trays and then putting them in microwaves and shit like that.
The best thing is
That sounds like a perfect bachelor solution.
I told Coolio that joke, and he said it was cool. Like he said it was all right. I was hosting the event he was on, and like he had no reason to.
Did he say it was Coolio?
It's Coolio.
What was
I tell you what, though, when you just go up to somebody and say, "Here's what I'm saying," and then say it, he's probably thinking it's easier to not have an argument right now.
I was thinking he's
So
on
I'm
the
just gonna
downfall.
say
I'm on the
cool.
upside.
Yeah, he's not going to debate you on it. What was the event that you were hosting that Coolio was on?
It was a car show and a biker rally in Tacoma, Washington. Nice. And he went on at 3 p.m. in front of 30 people. And he didn't perform a single hit.
Did he perform any songs?
Yeah, it was this new group called Space Ghost that no one knows.
Wow.
And then he did a 30-minute
Space
rant.
Ghost?
Here's how he finished. He was like, he went on to the rant about like, I mean, Obama say he's trying to help, and like it went weird. It went weird. He said,
I think it started
turned
weird.
it dark.
Space Ghost.
He
Check
turned it
out
like-
my new band, Robot Chicken.
He's like,
I have a band called the Eric Andre Show.
Yeah, he went into a whole big old rant about school and kids and education. It was dark. So, yeah. He's got a shaved head now, tattooed down the middle of his head and 2 little things.
Who?
Coolio. Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
How many comics are on this show every each time?
It's always different. It's a loose format, Doug.
I really liked it.
Because we've done a lot of talking with only 2 people.
That's a joke that you use a lot, right? Because it seemed
like that.
very well perfected.
Yeah.
How long you been doing comedy again? It's been a while.
3 years.
3 years? Yeah,
but-
you have great stage presence. That was a great. How you wrote it was really well written. Good job, man.
George Perez, anything on this guy, Darren Chase? What are your thoughts on him? You're standing close.
I thought he was good. Like how he said the joke was there. He stayed with it, and yeah, it was about a gangster. I like it.
Yeah. Okay, finish the hamburger joke, and then we're going to send you
All
on
right.
your way.
I'm a hamburger traditionalist. If I get a hamburger that comes with cheese, I'll send it back because I didn't order a cheeseburger. My friends are like, just eat the cheeseburger, so I have to lie and say I'm allergic. Same thing that happens around election time when my friends ask why I don't vote. I have to lie and say I'm a felon.
There you go.
Thank you.
Seriously, though, the I don't want cheese thing is the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
I'm picky as fuck.
Yeah.
Very picky.
It's good that I asked you to go into that joke so that we can all tell you to never do it again.
No, he could do it if he really prefaces it with, "I'm a weirdo."
Yeah, I set it up more if I have more time. Though.
Yeah,
I'm a really
yeah.
picky eater.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Good job.
Thank you.
Darren Chase, everybody. There he goes. Darren Chase. He's on Twitter at Darren Chase. Ian Ellis, under his Twitter, just left another promo for that podcast he was talking about earlier. It's ianellis.podbean.com. You want to pick one?
No, you pull it. But before you do, I just want to say something.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to say something positive to every person.
Okay.
Even if I have to lie.
I love it. Absolutely.
Okay.
But just one positive thing per person, right? At least.
Yeah, at least one.
Right.
At least one thing that's encouraging.
Okay.
No matter how much they fucking blow.
Okay.
Pull the next asshole out of that bucket.
Here you go. No matter how they do. Somebody.
It's the worst setup for comedy.
This looks like a new name to me.
Oh, a new name!
Put your hands together for Kane Holloway, everybody.
All right.
What's going on, guys? For like the last couple of months, I've been trying to figure out if I want to marry my girl. And this last holiday weekend, my mom talked me out of it. She didn't mean to. I'm over at the house. I asked her some marriage advice. This is her advice. She's like, honey, any good marriage is where the wife has all the control, and then the husband thinks he has all the control. I was like, Jesus Christ, Ma. You realize Dad is sitting right there. He can hear you. She's like, I know. And did you notice how he didn't say shit? I was like, whoa. I don't want to be in a loveless marriage. Anybody in one of those? Everybody? Okay. Dude, I don't know. I've seen pictures of my dad. I've heard the stories of before he met my mom. Dude, he was a grizzly bear. He was walking through the forest. He didn't give a shit, starting fistfights with bees, getting all the free honey and salmon that he wants. He has no idea where my mom is because she's this camouflage hunter in the brush just waiting for him to find a spot to hibernate. And when he finally finds it, like, this might be all right, there's a fucking dart in his neck, and he goes down. And then he wakes up, and all of a sudden he's in a cave. Shit.
Whoa, the bear came out at a minute and 8
You got
seconds.
close. You got
During
close.
the bear
And
joke.
for my money, you're the winner of the Bill Burr
Right,
contest.
yeah, no doubt about it.
You win
I
that.
mean, by the way, you're more Bill Burr than Ian Ellis was Mitch Hedberg. Like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that was super
It
Burr.
was very Bill Burr, but
You're
like,
a huge
you
Bill
got
Burr
the
fan,
look,
right?
and then
Huge.
there's some similarities there. But that aside, that you could lose that over time.
Yeah.
Just watch some Hedberg.
Absolutely. I'd say
Yeah,
in the
offset
early
it.
going, use like that, like because the audience will sort of accept it at like open mics and stuff. They'll be like, "Oh, this feels familiar, so we like this." So I don't necessarily think it's a thing you need to drop right away.
Yeah, you got to stop watching his stand-up if you want to do
yeah, I
stand-up.
Yeah, just try to be less like him.
You gotta take
but
the
a little
posters.
bit of it gets some audience respect, I think.
Got to take the posters off the ceiling above your bed of Bill Burr, and
That's super weird that you suggest that he has posters of Bill Burr. But
I know it's super weird and wacky to say something like that on this comedy show, Doug, but it almost seems like we're in the middle of it.
Is your normal conversation voice Burry? I mean, or are you
Well,
like,
no,
is it Burry?
I was actually,
right.
when I first started, I got a lot of Brian Regan was like my guy, the reason I started, and then I showed somebody.
You got rid of that. There was no Regan
I
there.
showed somebody a video of Regan. I was such a huge fan. He goes, "Wow, he sounds a lot like you." So over time, I've just like my influences have been, and then I'm just like weeding them out slowly.
But those are going to exist. But the important part is like writing original jokes, which
Right.
those felt like those were, and just sort of getting comfortable. And like sometimes the audience needs a little bit of that because it's comforting because they recognize the cadence.
Yeah.
So I'm not completely against it. I'm definitely I brought it up so that you would maybe lose it at some point.
I think if you do, and
but
how
don't
long
be
you been
too
doing
conscious
stand-up?
of it.
6 years.
6 years.
Wow.
Wow. Where at?
Seattle, Washington.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. How do you like it up there?
It's all right. Yeah.
How long are you in town for?
No, I moved. I moved here.
Wow. How long ago?
3 weeks.
Congratulations.
Bold ass move.
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend to anybody to do stand up in LA unless they were like already had like a full like headliner set ready to go. But that being said, there really are no rules, and you could still make it. Why did I laugh at the end of that?
so funny.
You can totally still make it, dude.
You can still make it.
No, but it's absolutely true because that's what happened to me. Is I came here. I started stand-up comedy in L.A. and that's one thing that I regret about my career is that I didn't sort of work up to having enough material to show up in L.A. and sort of make a good impression immediately, instead of having to kind of convince people that the guy that they didn't think was that great because he was just starting out has advanced in any way. But I thought it was a good set. I mean, a good minute.
Yeah. The Burr thing, though, is something I would really try to work on. I would really like to hear your normal voice. It might be hard to change. Put some rubber bands around your balls really tight. I don't know what you would do, but
yeah.
I think you were using your voice. It's just more of
it was material,
a cadence issue, and
even the
similarity
hand
of
thing,
topics.
There was like a hand thing where you went like that at one point that he does.
Yeah, no,
too.
I heard that back home, and so I
But
stopped.
see, just talking just now,
Yeah.
if I wasn't looking, I'd be like, "Is Bill Burr? Did Bill Burr just walk in?"
Yeah.
Like it's natural for him. So
Trust me,
I
that's
see
how,
that
that's
part.
what I'm putting on this podcast. Is that when I put it out there in the cosmos, it's going to say Bill Burr was on this episode, just so that the
Bill
people.
Burr now.
you got to watch out on the
we
comedy
can
road
get
because
Bill Burr to come in and do this.
Because
show.
one of the worst
Yeah.
things is
think
people
he
over
loves it.
talking like Doug Benson. But the other thing is that comics. I did what? Comedians often attack other comics for stealing their essence. That's been used a lot, which is one of the funniest.
essence.
one
That's
of
some
the
bullshit.
There is a lot of essence, though.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you watched Bill's last special, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Like
Yeah, just when you walked out here, you look like you were in black and white.
you got to.
Yeah.
I could tell that you just watched Bill's new special.
Yeah.
Are you-
Recently, yeah.
Right.
Do you do a
But
lot
it
of road
happens,
stuff? Sorry.
I'm sorry, but it happens to a lot of people. Like if I hang out with one of my good pals, Brody Stevens, like there's sometimes where I'll have lunch with Brody, and then all of a sudden we're at the same comedy club that night, and something the next day. If like you're around Brody for 24 hours or more, all of a sudden you're like, you gotta go for it.
Positive energy.
You got it. You got it. 818.
Reseda. But the thing is,
I've been to the Comedy Store.
Believe in yourself.
it's funny that Brian Regan came up because I did a week with Brian Regan, and at the end of the week, he's one of the most, like, has his own personality thing going on comics of all time. And he said to me after working with me for a week, "Oh, I caught myself during my set doing some Bensonisms," and I was just like blown away. That like first of all, he's a fucking liar. He just has his own thing, but it was still nice of him to say that even entered his mind. You know, like it's really, you do pick up on things. So be conscious of stepping away from Bill Burr. Record your sets. And just try to step away a little bit, but like I don't think you have to step away entirely because he's got a delivery that works.
But also, do you do the road a lot?
Yeah.
You should make sure to go back home a lot. You know what I mean? I'm from Seattle. There's so
Yeah.
many rooms up there.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want to fail like this in front of everybody constantly in LA because they have memories. You know what I mean? So
Right.
you gotta go fail somewhere else and then come back and surprise everybody with how good you got.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I think I said that earlier, but much nicer.
Yeah. Did you say you said your one nice thing, right?
What's
You
your
got-
home club?
Did you?
I started in Giggles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Giggles.
It's dead now.
Yeah.
It was Jiggles for a little while. It became
For a
a strip
little while,
club,
yeah.
and then it
Did it
closed.
really?
Was
Yeah.
it really?
Are you
Those
serious?
assholes really
Swear
just
to
drive
God.
by. Well, if we change one letter on the sign, that won't cost much.
Dude, let's just turn the G upside down. Fuck it.
Damn.
Kane Holloway, thank you. Welcome to Kiltony.
Thanks, dude.
Have a great
Good
day.
luck to you.
He's on Twitter at Kane M. Holloway. He did it. I think there's great ideas under that Bill Burr delivery.
Yeah, I don't know. I sort of feel like that's the thing about this show is that if somebody does have the cadence of somebody, at least they've done some work, some homework, they're inspired by somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I could see that, yeah.
Like it's not like they're coming in here ripping somebody off. Is
It's
my
true.
feeling.
Right. As long as the words are different.
It is weird though that there's certain comics that's always Mitch Hedberg, it's always Stanhope, it's always certain it's comics instead of like you don't see somebody go like he's totally ripping off Carrot Top's essence,
Well, if anybody had the balls to do props at this point, then they'd say that. But yeah, you're right. Like that's a different thing.
Ooh, I always get excited when people don't leave their Twitter. It usually means that they're like balls to the wall. Anything can happen. But I don't know.
Does that mean they're illiterate?
But it seems like a safe name.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens
Or they're
here.
Amish.
Could be. This is written in pencil.
The first Amish comic on Kill Tony, ladies and
Put
gentlemen.
your hands together for Tom Howard, everyone. Let's see what happens.
Amish?
Here he is. Tom Howard.
A buddy of mine once asked me, Tom, what's it like to be a strong, independent Latino lesbian in modern-day America? And I said, Kyle, I think you should lay off the acid because your wings are turning green. And then he flew away. I started sobering up and realized I was alone in my apartment. And I don't know anyone named Kyle. So I once had a girlfriend a very long time ago, and a thief broke into her apartment. And the way she decided to wake me up was she punched me in the chest as hard as she could. And I weigh 140 pounds soaking wet. So I was dry. As I was dry heaving on the ground, she's like, Tom, you have to go out there and defend my stuff. I'm like, I'm not going out there. I'm a coward, okay? Were you not paying attention an hour ago when I turned off the lights and took a running leap into the bed? That way monsters...
Whoa, shit, that bear, the bear is out tonight.
Yeah.
Some nights we go a whole podcast without ever hearing the bear.
For months we haven't heard the
right,
bear.
the bear, double bear tonight. People
People
trying
have
to
been
finish
trying
those
to
jokes.
get their stuff in.
That's it.
Grammy weekend.
I got
Grammy
lost.
weekend.
Yeah, it's a crazy weekend.
I remember the last Grammy weekend show we had. There was like 7 West Hollywood bears at once.
Do you really do acid?
several times, yes.
Was it like that?
That was like it the first time. The second time I gave it up because I was at Future Fest. And the
Ooh,
band,
what's Future Fest?
It's this band. It's this like dubstep. It's this dubstep festival in like the Midwest, and
Why?
So surprised I haven't heard of this.
You should have opened with that, by the way.
Why does what somebody weighs soaking wet come up so often?
Yeah.
Like,
Really
does
does.
soaking wet add that much weight to, like, oh, it's the most weight I could possibly weigh because I was soaking wet.
Yeah.
There
weigh
was
more when you're horny.
maybe an ounce or two of water on the edges of my skin and hair. But other than that, I thought it was a good set.
You're sneaking in those one compliments.
Son of a bitch.
I said I'd say something
I tried
nice.
to say something nice, and it was a good set, but yes. The soaking wet thing is interesting that still is an expression.
Right. I mean, you would. It's a weird expression, like soaking
Yeah.
wet with like all your clothes on.
Yeah, you
because
should
then
be
you can
like,
hold on to a
oh,
lot
I
of
weighed
water.
this much with a fucking suit on,
Right.
or whatever.
And
Or
maybe
what
not
the-
even- maybe not
or
even-
carrying a barbell that weighed 10 pounds. But saying
Right.
I was this weight soaking wet is just like, well, why? What's your point?
Yeah.
In what situation did you get on a scale soaking wet?
In your clothes.
And you're
Jumped in a pool in his clothes, and then he was like, now I'll be more.
Yeah, but you'd bring up the clothes would weigh more than the wetness.
And you said you don't weigh 140 soaking wet?
I weigh about 140ish. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, we already fixed it. Next time you say it, I weigh 140-ish. We
Right.
did? So he said ish and soaking wet?
Kick her out.
You're an idiot.
Oh my God. What the fuck? You know that first joke, that was like
He did say that thing that he did not say. That's what you just yelled out.
Because you look like you weigh more than 140. I forget what part of the joke that is.
It's when he's defending his girlfriend's stuff.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing comedy?
July.
July. You're very new. Is this one of your first jokes that you wrote? The first joke, was it one of the first ones you wrote?
Yeah, about.
It seems like something that I think a lot of new comics write the exact same thing, where it's a trick, where it's like, oh, and it's not, the person's not really there because I was on acid. You know, like that little trick. I honestly would throw it away and find something interesting about your life and add some tags to it. If you can find a tag from that joke just to throw in there, because that joke is so old and used, the old trickaroo.
A lot of
thing,
people
you know?
use that acid joke in the very beginning, but you know, you could use this acid joke as a gateway drug to better jokes, and I think, and you can only really do that by dropping the acid joke first and starting with more new stuff.
Drop the acid joke.
We did it again. Tom, so where are you from?
Ohio.
Wow, look at that.
What part?
Columbus.
No shit.
Holy
What part of
shit.
Columbus?
Grove City, suburb outside.
How did you
slutty girls.
How did you find Columbus, Ohio?
Fair.
You were born and raised there?
Yeah.
Wow. It's Grove City, which is like south of Columbus, 45 minutes.
Slutty
Right?
girls. That's where we would fuck all the cheap.
Next to Groveport.
Yeah.
Like 15, 20 minutes due south from the airport.
Huge
Precise.
dubstep community out there.
Yeah, that's the only way I know about it. That's how I know about Grove City.
Yeah.
Grove City is where you go when you want to hear the, you know.
That's where
fucking-
Skrillex records.
Yeah. No doubt about it. Where was the Future Fest?
It was in the hills of Virginia, I think.
The hills of Virginia,
Yeah,
you
I
think.
can't-
But you went there. But
A
you,
lot of acid back in my day.
Wow. Back in your day, how long ago was this day?
Like 3 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a memory.
Do you still listen to dubstep?
Not really. Once I dropped the acid, it kind of lost its appeal.
Yeah.
Wow.
Once you dropping acid?
Dropping acid.
Yeah.
Now, we used to call Grove City Grove Tucky because it was kind of like, you know, like the...
Yeah, it's a right-wing,
Did you-
kind of conservative town.
Yeah. Did you grow up very religious?
No.
No.
Nah.
Farm boy?
Kind of. I mean, my dad was an atheist, and my mom just didn't give a shit, really.
You say that like he was an atheist for a living. My dad was an atheist. My mom was a homemaker. You know. What did your dad do for work?
He
Didn't
worked
believe
in-
What was it?
Didn't believe in anything.
I made a joke. It didn't.
Yeah.
He didn't believe in
I
work.
just wanted to remind it.
What did he do for work?
What do you do for work?
He was heating and cooling.
Heating and cooling?
Yeah.
Oh, clan member.
Very boring family.
Interesting.
Oh.
How long have you been in LA?
October.
And you live here now.
Yeah.
That's great.
October.
Well, welcome, man.
Yeah.
We're all
thank
Ohio
you.
people over here, so
Sweet.
you're
Yeah.
automatically welcomed into our cult.
Right. You're in the top secret group.
I think you got everything you need except for jokes.
That's true. That's true.
I'm saying he's fine, you know, like
Right.
Yeah.
I agree.
just keep doing it.
And the jokes will come.
Don't go too positive with him.
I mean, you're new, man. You're new. Right now, it's just getting used to being on stage, honestly. Find a story that you tell people, your friends. Find some jokes and put it in. Just make it a real story about yourself growing up in Ohio or Grove Tucky or whatever.
Talking to your friends is a great note. Do you have friends?
Yes, I have friends.
Oh shit, you're lying. No, that's cool. Just
You're gonna be great.
just joke around and try to write down the good ones.
I'd rather hear what actually happened on acid. You know what I mean?
yeah, the
Right.
real shit.
Like, yeah, like,
Well, that kind of did happen, actually.
okay, well,
Well-
than other things that
Yeah.
happened on acid.
More exciting, funnier things.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, don't make it kinda if you're on acid. Go ahead and talk about it.
Yeah, I think you're gonna do great. You have a good look. You have,
That's what I said.
You have a Dexter look.
Great taste in music.
I didn't say Dexter look. I don't think he's a serial killer.
No, he's talking about the laboratory.
Yeah.
Oh, that Dexter.
You guys are out of control. You're not on Twitter. They don't have
No.
Twitter in that part of Ohio.
Get a Twitter.
I didn't get
What
as
the
far from
fuck
it
is
till I
wrong
got
with
out
you?
there.
Get a fucking
Do you have a
Twitter.
computer?
Are you on Facebook?
Just until like the last few months, yeah.
Wow, what the fuck, man? What do you do? There's something weird
There's
about
something
you.
you're
I
not
know.
telling us, man.
Yeah.
You moved to LA to keep it Ohio? I don't.
Are you Tom from MySpace? I think it's Tom from MySpace.
You're the guy that rode the horse here.
You seem like one of those guys that maybe like right before you came out to LA, you killed your parents.
Right.
But I feel like nobody even checks in on them. Like they're just still rotting in the house, and you're out chasing your career in LA while your parents' corpses rot. Am I close to
That's
right
very
on that?
close.
I should leave.
Did you
There
say?
you go. I nailed it.
Thanks, man.
I nailed it. Tom Howard,
Good
everybody.
job, Tom.
Good job, Tom.
There he goes.
Stick with it, Tom.
You can find Tom on MySpace, myspace.com /
Maybe that's
T-How.
why he's not on Twitter. He's that Tom from
He's got a
MySpace.
hot Friendster account.
Your next comedian goes by the name of Kyle McFadden, everybody. Here we go.
Kyle.
Kyle McFadden.
Oh,
Fuck yeah. Kyle McFadden, everybody.
So I actually am Kill Tony's first Amish comic tonight. I have a big beard. Has anyone in here heard of a depression beard before? At all? Okay, I'll explain it. A depression beard comes in a few steps. Step 1 is you get depression. That's the first step. And then step 2 is you don't shave, and then you have a depression beard. You're there. You nailed it. Thank you very much. A depression beard, it's a real thing, and there's a psychological effect. It's a natural mask that shields your face, covers your face from the world. However, there's nothing more depressing on this planet than a depression beard that doesn't cover your face. All I'm saying is I never asked for the Ginger Ham Lincoln. This is just where I'm at.
Fuck yeah. There you go. That's a real...
That's great.
That's what a lot of people say is impossible to do on this show. But that's how you do it. Kyle McFadden.
Yeah,
With the depression beard.
I didn't laugh at anything you said, but I like you. I like you. I mean, I feel like a minute wasn't enough for what's going on with you.
Yeah, I think you were the first guy tonight that had just a very clear, original voice. You seem like yourself up there.
Yeah, it was like a mission statement.
Yeah. And you were just staying in the moment, you know? You were just using actual timing instead of rushing, you know, trying to get a minute and 10 seconds of material out in a minute like everybody else seems to try to do. It seems like you took your time and did 59 seconds worth of material.
It's really hard to, at my pace, to get a joke out, let alone
Well, there you go.
a bunch.
You did it.
You didn't compromise your pace. You were like, you know what? So what if I only get 2/3 of a joke in? I'm confident with my delivery, and that's a good thing.
And when you slowly said there's nothing more depressing than a depression beard that doesn't cover your, and then I think you said face,
I
right?
didn't even say it tonight. Sometimes I have to. But
I
tonight-
thought, and I was laughing before you even said it, but then you didn't even end up saying it.
Doesn't even cover your
depression.
Frown.
That's all he had to say.
I thought he was going to say frown because I think it's
Doesn't
funny.
matter.
That there's-
Everyone can write their
frown
own
is great.
punchline.
Right. No, I know. That's, but.
Frown is
well,
great.
Not
He's going to go with frown.
Frown,
Go
yeah.
with frown.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer.
Is this a real depression, or do you battle with depression?
I battle with anxiety. I just switch it for the bit
When does the anxiety hit you the most?
right now.
Really?
Yeah.
It's so weird, man. Like I don't get it here, but I'm just the weirdest at if I get out there like at a real place, like a Rite Aid or a fucking anything, where it's just like, no, I'm not like safe at all.
He gets rock hard.
Well,
I get a giant boner.
You get such a boner filling a prescription at Rite Aid.
My depression beard grows out immediately, like in Teen Wolf and
Teen Wolf's dad.
Yeah, Teen Wolf's dad.
Speaking of Teen Wolves.
Speaking of Teen
Is
Wolf,
this like are you committed to this look? Or do you ever change it?
I'm willing to change it, but this is where I'm at.
I like that answer. I'm just saying because as a comedian, when you walk out on stage, it's very simple and obvious to do jokes about your appearance.
Oh yeah.
And ignoring your appearance tends to be like a it becomes the elephant in the room if you don't do a joke about it. So I'm just bringing it up just out of curiosity. Not that I think you should change one way or the other, but fucking get a haircut.
Whoa!
I was
whoa.
joking at the end.
Jesus.
I had to throw a joke in at the end because that was just a fucking speech. Here's what you should do, young man.
But you never know. Maybe it's worse underneath the hair. Who knows what's under there? You might have cauliflower ear and shit.
I've gained weight since.
Yeah,
I've
he
had
might
the
be
hair.
from mixed martial arts and have cauliflower ear. That's why he wears
looks
that,
like a mixed
his
martial
hair
arts
that
guy to
way.
me.
He
Big
seems
time.
like an ex-wrestler, so that would make sense.
Yeah. What do you do for work?
I do nothing.
Wow.
for work.
All right.
What
sounds
does that
like,
mean?
Sounds like somebody's a porn star.
Yeah, you're lying to us.
I do.
You're off the dole. You're just getting what do you call it? Uninsurance.
Uninsurance,
on
yeah.
the on
Are
the
you getting?
dole?
Are you getting unemployment?
That's the British
yeah, on the
unemployment.
dole. Yeah.
I saved up a bunch of money before moving here. And then
Oh, move from where?
San Francisco.
Did we cover that already?
Last week.
Oh shit.
This is a big San Francisco.
Why the
Seattle
move from
episode,
San Francisco? I mean, why move from one expensive place to live to another expensive place?
Because
to live?
it is surprisingly way cheaper here.
It really is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Okay.
crazy
All right.
cheaper.
I believe you.
Yeah, San
Because San
Fran.
Francisco is expensive place to live. I hear that every time I go there.
I shared a room with someone, and now I have my own room, and I pay $300 less.
All right.
Yeah.
But now you have to make that money.
And less butt sex.
Yes.
So what are you gonna do?
I'm going to see how long my money lasts, and then I'll take
Oh,
it
don't
from
do
there.
that. Get a little shitty job, like Jamba Juice or something for a couple days or something.
Yeah.
You don't want to just
I mean,
spend
I'd
all
Work
your
at
money
Jamba
immediately.
Juice for 2 days, and you'll totally be fine.
Yeah.
He meant 2 days every few days.
It's gonna be a real game changer.
I mean, work a weed store. What's something that you like or buy every day
Well,
and just
I
get a
also-
discount.
I can do a few. I have a few gigs I can do up in San Francisco.
Wait, why did you guess that he should work at a weed store?
Because he looks like his face smoked weed.
Do you smoke weed?
I've never smoked weed.
Wow.
Ah, I knew it.
Do you want to start tonight?
Shit.
I totally
No,
saw
I
a straight
Come on.
straight
I'll hang out with
edge
you while you do.
hippie looking motherfucker.
Will you let me just blow it in your mouth?
Maybe.
What kind of music do you listen to? Do you listen to...
I have the shittiest answer for this. I listen to all music. I'm not invested enough to be like jaded to be like that's crap.
What
I
did you
just-
listen to
You
today?
seem like if you were in the
Mumford
back
and
of a
Sons.
cab, you would get mad if they played the Eagles.
I forgot my slippers at home. Mumford and Sons.
What are you
Today.
invested in?
Movies and stand-up.
Okay.
That's my favorite things.
Well, I think,
And food.
I mean, as somebody, I have depression, and I'll tell you this. It's not going to help you much if you aren't invested in things.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Because you got to
Yeah.
have shit to talk about, which I think the depression shit was great.
Yeah.
But that's just like, a lot of people come here and they're dirtbags. They come to LA and they're dirtbags, and they're like, why is not more happening for me? And it's because you're a dirtbag.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
I don't want to work with dirtbags. So, but you had a great set. I'm not trying to besmirch you.
Yeah,
at all.
yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Sorry, I'm from a
By the
castle.
way.
He's just saying, listen, dirtbag.
92 episodes of Kill Tony it took for besmirched to be said.
Sorry, I'm getting ready for the SATs. So.
I can't believe it's never been said.
Kyle, I love your style. It was good to. It was good to
And
see you
also, he loves to rhyme.
I loved you in Green
again. That
Mile.
was actually a complete coincidence. Kyle, I like your style.
We don't mean to pile
see
it
you,
on.
See you in a little while.
Zig Heil.
Oh,
Kyle McFadden, everybody. There he goes. I love that guy. He's got a funny look, right? I mean, if he did work in a pot store, that'd be good because people would think they were wasted, like
He looks
walking
like
into
he
the
gets
pot
stones
store.
out of his mind.
Also, if his
Yeah.
beard hair
Weird.
fell on the weed, they would just think it was better weed.
Fucking bravo.
I love it. Guys, this is the part of our show where our two regulars go up. We have two young comedians who have been
love
doing
these
a
ladies.
brand new minute ever since they started stand-up here on Kill Tony.
What's going on over there?
Josh,
He's fucking malfunctioning because the lady's gonna come on stage.
Somebody called Tony Stark.
Getting excited over there.
Yeah, boner alert.
Tony's anxious.
This is a horrible introduction for them, by the way.
No, it's great.
Boner alert.
And so they do a brand new minute every week, unlike the people who you saw tonight who sometimes get up and sometimes they don't, and sometimes it's their first time. These two do a new minute every single week. Going up first tonight, you know her as the Florida Dropout, everybody. Started here on Kill Tony, has been doing a new minute ever since for a year and a half. Put your hands together for her. It's Kimberly Congdon, everybody.
What's up, guys? Yeah, I'm kind of having a weird night because I came here and I just had to buy my own drink like an ugly girl. What the fuck is going on? I've been noticing some things. Like, have you ever noticed that only really ugly guys ask for hugs? Like, you walk by and you try not to make too much eye contact because they always turn around and they're like, I can't get a hug. That's like the ugly guy anthem. That's like what they say. Like, look around. None of the hot guys are hugging, you know? Girls are hugging them. What I'm saying is, everyone stop asking me for a hug. That's it.
Wow.
52 seconds.
Oh, wow.
Bravo.
Nicely under the
love
allotted
that.
amount of time, but seriously, I need a hug.
Her joke's correct. Kim, I talked to you earlier, and you were like, I don't have anything for tonight. And that's so amazing. That's one of my favorite weeks that you've had in months.
Thank
that was
you.
really great. Congratulations.
Thank you. Well, yeah, I was just sitting out front with Edie, and I was like, I have no idea what I'm going to talk about still. She's like, just talk about something. She's like, and then we started talking about how whenever I come here, I see the same people every night. I'm here a few days a week, and I always have to give them a hug
What's
because
to
I'm
feel
a
your-
girl, and
yeah.
I'm like, I don't have to hug you every time. You guys don't hug each other every
No,
time.
that's a trick that we use just to feel your boobs
No, I
against our
know,
chest.
I get it.
You know?
I
Yeah.
know.
You should throw out the fist bump right away.
I do, and you know what? We talked about how sometimes we'll high five, and then guys will do that thing where they'll like,
They'll duck
Oh.
under.
you know what I'm talking about? Like
They'll like
they'll
clasp
grab
your
it,
hand
like-
and then lower it to your
it's creepy.
vagina.
Yeah,
That's
you
creepy
guys
as
are
fuck.
fucking weird.
That's
You got to talk about that.
You
Another
should
good
flag
thing to
that
go
guy.
into.
Put those guys on blast if they're doing that.
Right.
Right?
Let them do that.
Then
They
you have
should-
to untangle. It's
They
all-
should have to. They should have to report in like when you meet them. Like that's what they do. Like I'm. The law says that I have to tell you that I am a hand grabber on high fives,
Yeah.
and I'm that creep.
You should start wearing a baby Bjorn.
What's that?
It's like what you hold the baby in on your chest. And nobody will want to hug you. You could use the baby from American Sniper and
Yeah.
I can't
Really?
risk killing your child just to get in really tight.
to feel those mammaries. Those are boobs for the idiots.
But it's really an issue, the hugging thing.
Yeah.
I feel like it
Yeah,
needs to be talked
I'd
about
say
more.
try to stop doing it.
Yeah, no, I try.
What-
Trust me, I don't want to fucking hug
Well,
everyone
what
all the
animals
time.
are forcing a hug?
Everyone is always like, let me get a hug. And you can't be like, no, I don't want to hug you, smelly weirdo.
There's
Bye.
a whole.
I
think
hope
you
at
can.
least one smelly weirdo's in this room right now getting the hint.
I know.
Like you shouldn't
please.
have to hug people every fucking time.
You're
Well, I
in
do,
here
but
and
I
you're
do.
asking Kim for a hug. She doesn't want the hug,
But
right?
I go up to people and I'll be like, yeah, you know, and I'll hug someone. So if I want to hug you, I'm hugging you.
What if I do like a back hug from behind? I hug you from
Brian?
behind.
Okay.
What is
Jesus
that? What does that
Christ.
even mean?
What if I get on my
You
knees
bend
and I put
somebody
my
over
head in your
something?
crotch?
Oh my
And then I
God.
hug you around the waist.
I'd rather you eat.
prom hug.
I'd rather you eat more pork tenderloin than say anything like that. No, don't do it. Don't do it, please. I'm.
hug you from behind with my chicken.
That's the sound of Brian eating pork tenderloin for you podcast listeners out there.
That's how I eat
You're
pork.
Is
wondering
there
what
ever
is
a
that
woman on this panel? Does she have to put up with this every
Fucking
single
every
week?
Yeah.
With- from Brian, yes, but
Brian's the only woman on this panel who understands what you're going through. But great job.
yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah.
totally. Fuck yeah. What else? Anything else crazy?
What? I
happened this
tried to
week?
wrap it up right there.
Why are you trying to wrap it up, Doug?
Because nobody else was.
It's okay.
You
It's
know,
still happening,
haven't
Doug.
you watched American Idol? People take turns
Oh,
wrapping
yeah,
it up.
You're right.
Welcome to Doug
45.
Loves Kill Tony.
There she goes, Kimberly Congdon, everybody. She's on Twitter at
Yay!
Kimberly Congdon.
Great job.
I could use another whatever I was drinking.
Check out that ass.
Josh.
Can you hold it?
Did you see check out that ass as she walked away?
Your final comedian of the
they
night.
have to put up with.
The only other regular. She writes another new minute every single week, usually about something like small that you can find in your kitchen and blows it up into a whole big thing. But she's got her own very cool style. Put your hands together for It's Sarah Wineshank, everybody.
Door stoppers. Who was like, fuck, man, those doors. We gotta stop them. Fuck the fires. There's already the extinguisher. Fuck rapists, criminals. It's the doors. We gotta stop them. There's something bizarre about that. Because I feel like whoever invented the door stopper was like, you know what's an underserved population? Doors. There aren't enough accessories for the door. There's the lock, the key, the latch. But what's stopping them? And then they're like, what could I use? What could I test as a door stopper? And I went and got some springs around, a little piece of rubber. Want to make something happen. Okay.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Door stoppers, instant classic.
Josh! Come on!
What the fuck?
On the guest.
It's
That's great.
such a bad producer.
What
He just walked up and poured water.
He was like, drink! It was almost like it was a
Done
drink
that.
emergency. Like I might have died if he hadn't gotten in here.
You got so anxious.
He's done that
fast as
before.
he did.
Almost.
He's done that before. He poured a shot of tequila on me one night.
Yeah.
Just he literally just
Did
here
exact
you go.
same
pour.
thing.
I appreciate that enthusiasm, but the thing I wanted to say
Yeah, amazing
about
on the
that
door
performance
stoppers.
was to be introduced. Like, here's someone coming out to do a set. They usually find minutia, like to be described so specifically before you come on doesn't generally happen in stand-up comedy. And then he said that, and you came out with door stoppers. Like, it was amazing.
Yeah.
Like, you set her up, and then she fucking dunked it. So that's all I have to say.
The way I look at it is, since they're writing a new minute each week, like, anything that I could do to sort of, since it's just a minute, get the audience in the mind frame of what they could sort of maybe expect, then that's how it will work in a longer set when they already know that she's established. Like, imagine
But you had to
being a-
guess. What if you would have said, "Oh, she does these minute things," and then the first thing she said, "Let's talk about the UN."
No.
Like then
No.
suddenly you fucked her with the intro, but she's a
No.
pro and she switched it up.
92 episodes, and I guarantee you, there's no way UN's coming from Wineshank. I know it too well. Maybe mayonnaise or like the dustpan.
The dustpan.
Anyway.
I
It
just
was
wish
great.
you would have talked about the noise a door stopper makes.
When it get the spring.
Doink.
on.
Yeah. That's all I was missing.
You can stretch out the front more. It's stuff like that. That fire extinguisher thing. You lost me for a second.
That was
But
weird.
there's more about and I'd move the back to the front on that too. So everything with the door stop's great. It's another new minute.
And like, was that person
Congratulations.
angry? Slamming doors.
Right. There
Stuffing
already
up
is
the
a door
walls.
stopper. We know
There's
this.
something about also like a door stopper's there so that you don't have a handle-shaped hole in your wall.
Well, yeah.
I think there's something.
Like a
And was
hole
somebody talking about the doors and was just like, you know what? We need a door stop. Knob's been working double duty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's getting
The rationalizing of the
Yeah.
entire thing. Like, anyway. No matter what, it's another great new minute. Sarah
I'm tired of
Wineshank.
Val Kilmer. We need a door stopper.
Good job.
Sarah Wineshank's on Twitter at Princess Shank. Kimberly Congdon's at Kimberly Congdon. Those are the Kill Tony regulars. Guys, we did it again. The three of us are all going to
We
be on
did
the
it.
311 cruise to Jamaica.
That's
together.
right.
Us and 311.
Three of us on this panel. I wish Brian could go because he would certainly fit in with that situation.
Yeah.
But yeah, the 311 cruise from Miami to Jamaica.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you gonna be on it? Or now that I look at you, are you Jamaican?
I think he was just clapping for Jamaica.
Aren't you Haitian? You just like islands. All right, cool.
He just likes clapping. He just likes loud clapping whenever the opportunity presents
Doug
itself.
Benson on Twitter, guys. Give it up for Doug
Yeah,
Benson.
Doug Benson on Twitter.
Yeah,
Thank you.
George Perez was the Patriot. What do you want me to promote?
The mic went out.
George Perez is George George P Comedy.
Yeah, George P. Comedy.
George P Comedy on Twitter. Andy Haynes. I am Andy Haynes.
I'm Andy
Twitter.
Haynes on Twitter.
All right, guys. Live audience, thank you so much. We love you. Thanks for being here. Shout out to Cameron Gray, rapper extraordinaire on TMZ this
check
week.
him out on TMZ.
He blew Kanye's mind. At Josh Martin Comic. At Elise Lane. Stuart Thompson.
Yeah.